Hey guys, welcome back to the Uncle You Needed. Today we're going to talk about women in social media and some red flags and how that works out. And then I've got part one here because this could probably be there could probably be parts two through 3,000 with all the stuff out there in social media. But I'm just going to talk through a handful today, basically giving my view at this stage in my life on some of these things, through the lens that I see and, how I interpret some of these and a few examples. One comment before we get started, I would offer up that, there's pros and cons of social media, right? And definitely one of the cons is kind of this constant need for clicks, for that dopamine hit, for affirmation, for look at me, look at me. I would offer up that women are more susceptible to that. If you don't think so, drop it below, but that's just been my opinion and my observation. So let's jump into a few examples. Okay, the first is this channel, Trent and Allie. This is on YouTube. So these two are one of these adventure type couples. They travel around and do things. It looks like here they're saying they kind of quit that. And now they're building a house in the mountains. But the episode I'm thinking of is the one where I think they were like in Latin America somewhere. And what had happened was she had a birthday, and I guess Trent had gone for her birthday to set up like a yoga retreat or something like that because she enjoyed doing that. So he set it up and got everything arranged, all this kind of stuff. One of the things that came out of this was that she had yoga mats, but he did not. Or she had a mat, but he did not. So he went to go get another mat so that he had one to use to go do it with her. That's another thing. He set this up for her, and he was going to go do it with her. It's something she enjoys, and he was going to do it with her. And one of the things that came out in that video, and I don't have the exact video. If you really want to go through and watch all these, you can probably figure it out. But one of the things that came out of this was she got irritated because it was her birthday and he didn't give her the new yoga mat. And that's one of those things that, I've thought about off and on, just, not often, but just various times of things that, to me now at this age, that just was a red flag. Reason being, he'd gone through the effort of doing something for her, something that she enjoyed. He was going to go do it with her, something that he probably didn't want to, but she liked it, so he's going to do it with her. Realizes, oh wait, I need this to do it with her, so he goes and takes care of that. Wasn't even thinking about anything other than just having this event planned for her. And she's kind of giving him a hard time about he didn't give her the new matters. Like that was just an issue for her. So to me, the way that comes across is it's not even like, he did 9 good things and 1 bad one and she's focusing on the bad. It's that she's manufacturing a problem where there wasn't one. And I'm sure he's blown it off long ago, but it's hard to describe the impact of repetition and time of people doing certain things. And actually, I took a sex ed class in college, and I remember her talking about that, the teacher. And it's one of those things that just absolutely resonated true. Like, as a younger, you blow some things off. You don't really think about it, but over time, it's just the repetition of that type of behavior over and over and over again. It just really grates on you. And keep in mind, I'm watching this video. I don't know these two people individually, but that just stood out to me. And maybe she doesn't do it all the time, but it's something that just, like I said, it was a bit of a flag for me. It was one of those things where that was going on. I was going, what the heck is she even talking about? This poor guy had put in all this effort and then she's complaining. So that's one. Another is, this is a trend on TikTok. And once again, this is one of these things that's like, just jokes. But it's basically, a lot of times it's stay-at-home moms and wives, but I'm sure it could be just any female. And it's, I've ordered a bunch of crap on Amazon and I need to hide it from him. And here's the thing with that, right? So if you're the man out working and you've got this person at home putting extra effort into spending money, it's just going to absolutely get on you. You're going to have just a really hard time with this in a couple of ways. One, if you're trying to do something more in life, right? You're trying to set yourself in a position to where you can buy something, do something. Maybe you even hate your job, and you're trying to put yourself in a position to where you can have a bit of a break, a cushion, so that you can go do something else. This will absolutely, and you try to speak with her about it, this will absolutely just, piss you off. So it's one of those things where like I see this going around, and there's a bunch of them that do this kind of stuff. It's not just like this one account or anything, but as someone who's been, just past some of that point in life, like with young kids, that's something that would really irritate me. And of course, there are ways to fix that. You could, if each person has their own budget that everybody's agreed to, cool, right? She can do whatever the hell she wants. And actually, that's a really good idea. But if she's even gone beyond that, or she won't accept a budget, or she just went, basically, I'm going to do whatever the hell I want to do, man, you will be hating life. So once again, another red flag to look at. And then finally, another TikTok trend. These two actually look pretty funny, pretty young, but it's something that I've seen it before, and I will say this kind of is something I would pay attention to. The trend is basically like somebody's family is telling the person in their family. So like this girl, her mom is telling her to quit being so mean to her boyfriend. Okay. And the trend in TikTok is this thing about he's fine. Don't call Paw Patrol. He's okay. If her family is telling her to quit being so mean to you on a consistent basis, right? Usually it's her family telling you to treat their daughter with courtesy and respect, right? If they're actually saying, hey, quit being so damn mean to him, man, that's something I would really be paying attention to. And it may be, these two look pretty young here, so it may blow over anyway as far as, relationships past. But I would really think twice about going any further with that person if they're, if they're saying that somewhat often, she's kind of mean, because that ain't going to get any better. And that's one of the things I guess I would offer up, is that a lot of times, like where you start, you have this, we all kind of do it. I think we think that there are certain things that aren't quite right, but maybe they'll get better as time goes on. They tend to not. They tend to not get better. They tend to be just amplifications of what you've currently got. So if she's being mean, I would offer up that she's probably just going to get meaner over time, maybe in like the degree, but also in just the frequency. But, when you're younger and you really have no pressures coming to you than maybe like college or school, or maybe you're just out a job, it's just so much different than when you have lots of pressures like, mortgage on top of young kids, on top of daycare costs, et cetera, that are coming in to create pressure on a situation, on a couple. So, like I said, if she's being mean now, it may not get much better. So just something to think about. A couple of real world examples there. If I see more of these, I'll post them up. And actually, if you have come across any that you saw and you're like, man, that seems like a real mess, and I would think twice about getting out of there, post them down below, post a link or just a comment about what you saw, and help others out. All right, have an awesome day. Take care.